this is going to be a video about our moon. The moon that orbits around Earth. Okay, so this is a picture of it and what it looks like. And then we're going to go through some facts and things about our moon that we may not know. Okay, so a moon is a satellite that goes around a planet. Some planets like Mercury do not have a moon. Some planets like Jupiter have many moons. Earth has one. Okay? The moon is our nearest neighbor in space. It is smaller than the Earth. It is much smaller than the sun. It is much closer to the Earth than the sun is. So the moon is about 239,000 miles away from Earth. And then the sun is 93 million miles away. That's quite a bit. So the moon goes around or orbits the Earth one time a month, about every 29 days. Some say also every 27 and a half days. So give or take a day or two. The moon looks different to us as it orbits the Earth. It seems to change its shape on different nights. This is called the moon's phases. The moon phases depend on the position and the position of the sun. The moon goes through 8 different phases each month. Bring this up just a smidgen. Okay? Have you ever seen the moon in the daytime? That is because of its position too. When the moon is in the full phase, it rises at about sunset and sets about sunrise. Then we see the moon when we don't see the sun. When the moon is in the new moon phase, we don't see the moon at all. It rises at about sunrise and sits at sunset. Its position is so close to the sun's position in the sky that we can't see the moon. Okay, and there's going to be a video about the phases and then a demonstration about the phases. So if that was kind of confusing, more to come. So the moon does not make light. When we see moonlight, we are actually seeing sunlight that is reflecting off the moon. The moon acts like a giant mirror. The sun shines on the moon and the light bounces off or is reflected, and we see it on Earth. So right here, so it may look like it's it has light, but it's the sun hitting it. Okay? A couple more things. Oops, sorry about that. There have been several astronauts who have walked on the moon. The first was Neil Armstrong, who walked on the moon on July 20th, 1969. There is no air or water on the moon. It is dry, dusty, and lifeless. Lifeless meaning there's no life, no bugs, no humans. Because there's no air, because there's no air, there's no weather either. Astronauts who might visit the moon today could still see Neil Armstrong's footprints in the dust. There has been no wind or rain to make the footprints go away. When astronauts go to the moon, they must take their own air, food, and water. Okay, last little bit. So there are tall mountains and flat, dusty plains, which the flat, dusty plains is just a flat area. There are many big holes called craters. Craters are made when space rocks hit the moon. During the day when the sun is shining on it, the moon is very hot. It is hotter than boiling water. During the night, without the light from the sun, the moon gets very cold. This is because there is no air to hold in the sun's heat. So, just by looking at this, so like I think that and that are the some of the craters. Okay. So then, to get a little bit better view, in my one space book, there are some cool pictures. There we go. So here is, and I think this one is actually Neil Armstrong. He's the first human on the moon. So this is the actual moon. This is the space suit that they wore. And they had put an American flag on it. Then, let's see if I can get a little bit bigger. Okay. And so these are pictures that were taken, I think, by one of the space probes. So right there, that hole, that is a crater. These are all craters. Here, here, and here. Okay. Then, this is, I think, either this or something like it. Okay. So, there was a couple of astronauts that became the first humans to see the Earth as a planet. So, in this view, North and South America lie along the boundary between day and night. So, So there's, I think, South America, and then the U.S. is up here. But this shows that. And then again, another view from the moon. Then, and so just like it had said, that there are tall mountains and flat, dusty plains. So right here, this is flat. So that would be a plain. But then if you look in the background, whoo, there'll be a mountain right there. And that's Mount Hadley behind, his name is Jim Irwin. And then there's a space probe. Okay? And again, there it is, another one. And okay. So again, all the different craters. Okay, so stay tuned for more information about our moon.